Welcome to the podcast series, Small Business Survival Conversations. Through our weekly conversations, we hope to provide you with strategies and insights, knowledge and expertise to enlighten you as you work to build and grow your business.
Good morning, small business warriors. Welcome to another episode of Monday Morning Motivation. And I'm your host, Anna Steinfest. Today, we're tackling a question that lies at the core of both personal and business growth. And that's it. If most people know what they need to do to succeed, then why aren't they doing it? We're going to dig into the gap between knowing and doing, and why, as entrepreneurs, it takes courage and self-belief to cross that gap. So I want to share with you today that I believe in two fundamental ideas. First, most people are good people. They want to succeed, they want to do well, and they want to make a positive impact. And second, most people already know what to do to improve their lives or businesses. I think you will agree with me, right? If you were to ask someone on the street, what would you do to improve my business? They'd likely give you the right answer or close to the right answer. But here's the real question. Why aren't they doing it? What's holding them back from taking those steps they know are necessary? Today, I will dig into this question, and I hope that by the end of this podcast episode, you'll find that spark you need to go beyond simply knowing what to do and actually start doing it. Many self-help books, workshops, and programs focus on telling you what to do. They share strategies, frameworks, and step-by-step plans. Now, don't get me wrong. These are valuable, but I take a different approach. Instead of asking, what should you do? I like to ask, why aren't you doing it? Most of us already have the answers. If I were to ask you, what's one thing you could do to improve your business? I bet you could name several things right now. But if I asked, are you going to do it today? The answer might not be as certain. And that's because knowledge alone doesn't drive action. The missing ingredient here is motivation. And more specifically, it's internal motivation, the kind that comes from within. So let's talk about where motivation truly comes from. Many things it's external, like getting advice from a mentor or reading a book. But the most powerful motivation is internal. It comes from our beliefs, our values, and our sense of responsibility. But there is another essential piece to this puzzle: responsibility. Accepting responsibility for our actions, for our mistakes, and for our successes changes everything. When we own what we do, we move from a passive, I hope this works out mindset, to an active, I'm going to make this work mindset. And we will do it. This shift can be incredibly powerful. It's where the real growth begins. So Now let's break this down specifically for us small business owners. You already know what needs to be done to make your business better, whether it's improving your marketing, strengthening client relationships, or maybe refining your product offerings. The list is there. But here's the thing. Knowledge alone isn't what's holding you back. What's missing is the drive to put that knowledge into action. And that comes from embracing both belief in yourself and responsibility for the outcomes. And here's the truth. Being an entrepreneur isn't easy. And moving from knowing to doing takes guts. Every action you take is a step into the unknown. And every mistake is on you. There is no one else to blame, and there is rarely a safety net to catch you. That's why believe in what you do is crucial. When you truly believe in your work, you're more willing to accept the risks and handle setbacks. You're motivated from within, driven by your values and your vision. Belief and responsibility are what turn knowledge into action and dreams into successful reality. So, how do we move from knowing what needs to be done to actually doing it? I would like to share with you 3 practical steps that I believe will help you. Number 1, I want you to reconnect with your why. I want you to remind yourself why you started your business. What impact do you want to make? What's the bigger picture? When you stay connected to your purpose, you'll find it easier to take the necessary action. Step number 2, I want you to start small and I want you to commit daily. Action doesn't mean you have to tackle everything at once. Pick one thing you know you need to do and commit to doing it today. Small, consistent actions build momentum and reinforce your belief in yourself. I guarantee you that. Step number 3, I want you to embrace responsibility for the outcome. Rather than fearing mistakes, I want you to own them. When you take responsibility, you are empowered to make changes and improvements, which will drive you to take more action. Remember, moving from knowledge to action is about mindset. When you believe in your business and accept responsibility for its success and step outside your comfort zone, taking action becomes almost inevitable. So here's my challenge for you today. Think about one thing you know you need to do to improve your business. Maybe it's reaching out to a potential client, maybe refining your product, or tackling that marketing strategy you've been putting off. Whatever it is, commit to doing it today. And as you take that action, remind yourself, you're not just doing these tasks, you're building a business, reinforcing your belief in yourself, and taking responsibility for your success. Thank you for joining me on today's Monday Morning Motivation. Remember, success isn't just about knowing what to do. It's about having the courage and belief to do it. I'm Anna Steinfest, reminding you to dream big, take action, and stay motivated from within. Join me next week for more insights on building a purposeful and successful business. Until then, keep pushing forward and keep believing in what you do.
You've been listening to the Small Business Survival Conversation podcast. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. And don't forget to join us next week for another episode. In the meantime, hook up with us on our Facebook group at Small Business Survival Tools and Tips. Till next time, thank you for listening.